Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101, Eastern Conference Championship edition of Scott Sports 101. We will talk about Game 7 between the Cavs and Celtics last night. We will preview tonight's Game 7 between the Warriors and the Rockets. And we'll do some tribe if we have time. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Who wore number 22 for the Cavs in the early 1990s? I'll have the answer later on the broadcast. Well, all I got to say is, we are the champions, my friends. Yes, Cavs fans, your Cleveland Cavaliers are going back to the NBA Finals for the fourth straight year in a row as they beat the Boston Celtics on their home court in Game 7, 87-79. Win the series 4-3. And, boy, the first quarter, the Cavs they were down by, Boston scored the first 6 points, and the Cavs but LeBron scored the first 4 points. When the Boston went back up, the Cavs were down 11-4, but they were down as much by 26-18 at the end of the first. But in the second quarter, they were then down by 8, and then by the end of and Jeff Green had a huge 3-pointer, and that really helped out. And then they were down. They kept battling back. Then they were down by 2, 39-37. Then they went up. Boston went up 41-37. The Cavs were down by 2 by the end of the first half, 41-39. And then in the third, the Cavs and LeBron just took control of the game from there. LeBron was already up to 25 points. And then the Cavs and the Celtics were up 44 when the Cavs were down by 1, and then they went up 47-44, and then were up 51-44, and they were up 53-44. Boston answered back with 7 more points, and they went back up to there. It was a 2-point game, and Jason Tatum had 24 points and also 4 fouls, and also he had 9 rebounds as well, and the Cavs just had a fantastic third quarter, and then they were up by 1, 56-55, and then they were up by 56-55, and then they were up 50, and then the Celtics tied it at 56. Then the Cavs went up 56-59, and then the Celtics had come back with a 3-pointer thanks to Tatum and tied it up at 59 all, and then the Cavs went up 61-59, and then they were up 64-59, and then the Celtics were up 64-62, and then tied it at 64, and that was thanks to Al Horford, who had 14 points in the game, and 9 assists, and 6 rebounds. And then the Cavs were up 67-64, went up by 3 thanks to Jeff Green again. It was a brilliant, huge 3-pointer. And then Boston answered back thanks to Jaylen Brown with a 2-pointer, and they were up, and they were down 67-64. The Cavs were up by 3, 69-66. Excuse me. And then Boston, and then the Cavs were up 71-67, and then Boston answered, and it was 71-69, and then they came back with another point. It was 72-71. Well, the Cavs went down by 1, and they answered back, and then they were up 74-72, and then Boston was down 73-74, and then the Cavs had another point, and they were up 76-73 at the end of the third quarter, and LeBron was now up to 30 points, and it was just a fantastic third quarter for the Cavs. And then in the fourth, it was just all Cavs from there, and they just kept. And then Thompson put the Cavs up by 7, 81-74, and then they were up by 10, 84-74, and also 86-76. Boston scored 2 more times, but that was as close as they got. and the Cavs scored another one, putting them 87 to 79, excuse me. And Boston had one last chance to score with 40.5 seconds to go late in the fourth, but Boston just could not capitalize on it, and that's when the Cavs dribbled out the ball, and they were headed back to the NBA Finals for the fourth straight year in a row, and beating the Boston Celtics 87 to 79. LeBron James 35 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. Jeff Green 19 points, Tristan Thompson 10 points, J.R. Smith had 12 points, George Hill, 6 points, and 2 3-pointers. Larry Nance Jr. with 2 points. Yes, 3 other Cavs in double figures besides LeBron James. And it was just a big celebration last night. And I had a hunch that this was the only game the Cavs were going to beat Boston on their home court. And I'm so happy that my hunch was right. And I'm not upset that my prediction was wrong, that I had said Cavs in 6, even though it was Cavs in 7. And as to who the Cavs will play in the NBA Finals, that is to be determined after tonight's Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals between the Warriors and Rockets. And the Warriors just whooped the Rockets 115 to 86 by 29 points in Game 6, tying the series at 3. The Rockets just did not have it. They just could not get together. They jumped out to the early lead, but then the Warriors just took it from there. And Jeff Harden had 34 points and 11 rebounds for the Rockets. And Stephen Curry had 29 points. Klay Thompson with 34 points, and Kevin Durant with 23 points. And it was just the Warriors just dominated, and they just tied up the series at 3. And Game 7 is in Houston for the Rockets and Warriors. It's a toss-up, and I know the majority of Cleveland fans want the Rockets, but I do still feel that the Warriors have the edge in this series. But it's in Houston, and the Warriors have to win it on the road. And Houston, they have to win that one at home, and they need to be ready if they want it. But I'm going to say the Warriors are going to win this game by 9 and take the series. But it's a toss-up, and we shall see what happens tonight when the Warriors and Rockets do get battled out in Game 7, and tip-off is shortly after 9 on TNT. Well, we'll get back to talking about the Cavs and the NBA Finals in just a second, but first, here's the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Who wore number 22 for the Cavs in the early 1990s? If you said A, Larry Nance Sr., you are correct. Larry Nance Sr. wore number 22 in the late 1980s and the late 1990s for the Cavs. And as we know, Larry Nance Sr. is the father of current Cavalier Larry Nance Jr., who scored 2 points in the game last night. Now, getting back, we'll get back to the Cavs and NBA Finals and Game 7 of the Rockets and Warriors in just a second, but the Tribe did win yesterday, avoiding a sweep of the Astros 10-9. Trevor Bauer was on the mound for the good guys, and he dominated the game, but he did, and the bullpen came over. They did came in during the 7th, although the Tribe, I think, and the Astros had cut the lead, after the 7th inning, the bullpen came in, and they managed to hold off the Astros as the Tribe won 10-9. And hopefully, I think they are playing today, and hopefully they will try to make it 2 in a row. And now getting back to the Cavs and talking about the Cavs in the NBA Finals, and I really feel I had said Cavs in 6 for the Eastern Conference Finals, and I know I'm not upset that I was wrong about that, but I'm going to make the same prediction. I'm going to go Cavs in 6 with whoever they play, the Warriors or the Rockets. And I know the majority of Cavalier fans want the Rockets, and I'm hoping that, but I do believe, and I know that you do want the Rockets, but I do believe it's going to be the Cavs and the Warriors. But we shall see after we watch Game 7 tonight between the Warriors and the Rockets. And getting back to the Cavs, LeBron, he was happy with himself and his teammates, and he just felt that this win was just special for the Cavs, for the new Cavs, who was their first time going to the finals, for actually Jeff Green, George Hill, and Larry Nance Jr., and also Jordan Clarkson and C.D. Osman as well. And it was and this is their first time to do it, and I know they are excited about going to the finals, and they just celebrated, and they celebrated by having the trophy presented to them, and that is great. And it's their fourth Eastern Conference Championship trophy, and so, but 4 years in a row we have won the Eastern Conference Championship, but also 5 total in Cavs history. And here is the hat and the shirt that I bought up at Dish that was presented to me. And as you can see behind me, I have the sign that says "Witness this," because you witnessed it last night as our Cavs are going back to the NBA Finals. And the NBA Finals begin Thursday at 9 o'clock on ABC. And the first 2 games the Cavs will play on the road. And the Cavs will not play a home game until Game 3 on Wednesday, June 6th. And that will be at 9 o'clock on ABC. So, what a game. That's all I can say. I am celebrating just by far today. I know everybody is. All the Cavs fans are. And just what a great night for the Cavs and the Cavs fans. This is a big-time celebration. And everybody's just celebrating today on Memorial Day. And happy Memorial Day, everybody. I want to wish everybody. And I want to say thank you to the men and women of our U.S. military who fight for us so that we can have the freedom to do and to live and what to do and to do whatever we want in. And we're almost out of time. We have a few minutes left. And I just want to say, I want to thank for this championship. I want to just do some quick thanking. Thank you, Ty Lue, LeBron James, Jeff Green, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith, George Hill, Larry Nance Jr., and all the Cavs, and Cavs owner Dan Gilbert. And he spoke last night, and he feels that this is special too, and he thanked everybody, and I want to thank the Cavaliers Live guys, Jeff Phelps, Cappy Russell, and Austin Carr, you guys last night, and I can agree that they really have to come out and be ready when the Cavs really need to dominate in the NBA Finals, because I am saying Cavs at 6. Once again, that's my prediction, and I feel Cavs at 6. That is my prediction by far. I know I've said that twice, and I just want everybody to know that. And this is a really big night, and hopefully we will know who the Cavs' opponent will be tonight after Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals between the Rockets and Warriors. So that is going to wrap it up. Well, actually, hold on. It's not going to wrap it up. Hold it. It's almost going to wrap it up. But before we go, and for Boston, I want to thank you, Celtics. You gave us a great run. You battled great. It was a great series, and I just want to say you had a great season. And I know you're disappointed you couldn't make it to the finals, but you were surprised in the playoffs being undefeated. But hey, you had an amazing season, and Gordon Hayward, Kyrie Irving, and all the Celtics, look back and just reflect on this season. You had a great season, and we respect you, Celtics. And for the Cavs, congratulations, way to go, and let's win our second NBA title in Cavaliers history. Let's do it, Cavs. And all I can say is, wow. And I say, that's what I say. Well, that is going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. Always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. Let's go, Cavs. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.